What happened that day? Just what on earth happened on October 4th and 5th, 1986? Because of the massive size of the Rokkenjima explosion accident, the time of the explosion was known almost exactly, down to the minute. That time was October 5th, midnight. The sheer improbability of that round number proved that the accident had been produced by artificial means. Later on, the following statements were collected from individuals who knew Ushirome Kinzo when he was alive. During his lifetime, Ushirome Kinzo built a clock rigged to blow up the island at exactly midnight. This clock was apparently inside his secret study. When he felt mentally cornered and wanted to think up a brilliant plan, he would activate that device and use the tension of the approaching midnight to bring some flash of inspiration to him. While Ushirome Kinzo still lived, this was only thought of as a tall tale about this eccentric man. But the fact that the Rokkenjima explosion accident occurred at exactly midnight supported the story.
クレイジーな話だわ。
その狂気の狭間に魔法めいた力を求めたに違いありません。精神的な瞬発力とでも言えば、そう眉唾な話でもないでしょう。
Professor Otsuki spoke passionately. Witch hunters. Enthusiasts who treat the mad fantasy surrounding Rokkenjima as their plaything. Ange had no reason to love these people, who embellished the deaths of her family just for the fun of it. How ironic it was to Ange, who wanted to know what happened that day, that such people knew more about that island than anyone else.
その仕掛けを使えば、島を後には何も残らない。あそこで何があったとしても。
後ろ宮エバ氏が何がしかの陰謀の主謀。しかし、あれだけの大爆発を。
その仕掛け時計により、
さようです。後ろ宮エバ氏は24時に爆発すること。そして。その
財産を独り占めにするためみんなを殺して爆発によってその痕跡
そう考えるとロッケン島のミステリーは最も筋が通ります。
But where's the heart? You can't ignore the heart, Professor.
エヴァ氏があの日あの島で何があったのか
Probably because it was too traumatic to fucking recollect. Where was that rigged clock? How did Ava find it? Several forgeries have speculated on this matter. There's no need for me to waste time thinking about it. Ava activated the clock device, hidden Koodorian to escape the blast, and was therefore the only one to survive. That was everything, the answer, which eloquently told the whole story. When Ava first adopted me, our relationship wasn't that bad at all. I asked her several times what happened that day. Every single time she answered was to say that she didn't remember. Yeah, obviously she doesn't want to recollect. If what Byrne was showing us at the end of in the episode 7 Tea Party was the truth, you know, obviously Ava would not want to remember. And like she said, the relationship at first wasn't bad because obviously Ava would have pity on Ange after everything Kyrie had said. But, well, she must have been flustered at the time. The very first time I asked, she answered like this. I can't tell you about it. Because then that would mean revealing what her parents had done. It was a slip of the tongue. She knew what had happened that day. She left this world without telling even a bit of the truth. She sealed the truth in a cat box and left this world, taking the key with her. There can be only one answer. She was behind everything. Nope. She got to keep all the family wealth to herself and became super rich. And afterwards, she lamented the fact that her beloved son would never inherit any of what she had created, and she cursed me. Just remembering that old bitch makes me want to vomit. What happened that day? That's what I want to know. It's my only goal. The one reason I'm still alive. However, later on, I had to come to grips with the fact that my goal was an abstract one. After all, though I don't know what happened that day, if it's a question of who did the crime, that's already clear. Ushirome Eva, false. She's the culprit, false. That has never changed since the beginning, false. That's right. I'm not trying to find out what happened that day. I'm trying to find out what Ushirome Eva did that day. She survived. If I can reveal that, then I can expose Ava's evil, even though she's already dead. That is my true goal. The police also suspected that the accident might be a crime, and they did investigate. However, no matter how much they inspected the crater that had once been Rokkenjima, they didn't find anything at all. The public and the witch hunters cornered Ava with several bits of circumstantial evidence, but not a single bit of physical evidence was found. Though Ava was only the merest fraction of a shade away from guilty, they were unable to expose her crime because it wasn't her crime. I mean, there was a crime in the fact that, you know, like I said, if what Bernkastel showed us is the truth, she kind of, you know, may have shot Nazi in the face. Like, that's a crime. I don't give a fuck what your intent was. You shot someone in the face. My goal isn't anything as vague as learning what happened that day. It's to expose the crime Ushiromi Eva committed that day, and to have my revenge. I've been able to expose Ushiromi Eva's crimes. People are acting as though the events on the island were all done by some bizarre golden witch. Defeating the golden witch means exposing Ushiromi Eva's sin. Nope. Don't forgive Ushiromi Eva. You should. She's like the only one left that gave a fuck about you. That's why she never told you, right? Because she legit, it was her. She thought she was fucking saving you from dealing with that fucking, heartbreak. I'll certainly hate her and take revenge for my family. That is Ushiromi Ange's one and only reason for living. Well then, prepare to die. It's not much of a reason.
それだけ嫌われりゃ会長もあの世で笑いが止まらねえでしょうぜ。
うるさいわね。あのクソババアの罪を全て吹き飛ばして完全犯罪なんて私は認めない。
つまりお嬢の旅は家族のための復讐。
悪い？
まさか生きる目的があるの大いに結構ですぜ。
それ切ってくれる？
No, it's jazzy.
おや、エムザッキーはお嫌いで
Moxa turned the radio off. The dull sound of the engine became the BGM that filled the car.
おかしい？弔い合戦なんて。
別にそれを生きる目的にしてる連中に戦地じゃよく会いましたから。まあほどほどに。
家族の仇を取るために戦っている人強い？
そりゃ強い。家族の仇を取るために体に爆弾を巻きつけて自爆するやつだって。
That is true.
人は仇討ちのために死ねる生き物。
そうね。私も死ねるわ。
少年兵ってやつをご存知で。
子供の兵隊？
そうです。親を亡くした身寄りのない子供たちが武装勢力に拾われてパンと銃を与えられ復讐の方法を教えられる。所詮は子供。引き金さえ引けりゃ戦場じゃ誰だって兵士になれる。
私がそれだって言いたいの？
復讐は生きる目的。そして兵士になれるほどの力。親の亡骸にすがって泣くことしかできなかった少女が一夜にして兵士に生まれ変われるほど。復讐ってやつほどパワーを与えてくれる。
そうでしょうね。それがまさに私だわ。
少年兵問題ってのを
知らないわ。
銃を与えられ復讐の仕方を習った少年。いや少しそれを銃を撃つ。しかし復讐ってのいつしか銃を撃つのに理由がなくなってくるんだ。
どういう意味？
復讐のために銃を。それがやがて理由もなく銃を撃つようになるんです。
復讐を忘れてしまうということ？
できもしない復讐にやがて疲れ、そして手元には銃しかない。やがて飯を食うために銃を撃つようになる。
復讐のために銃を取った少年兵はやがて野党か何かになり果てるってこと？
何しろ学校にも通わず職も学ばせてもらわなかった連中です。
They only learned how to shoot guns, and they were only ever praised when they killed the enemy.
やがて自分の生きる目的は復讐のためでなく、その気の毒なことです。
私もやがては復讐に疲れ果てて、私の場合だと何だってのよ。
真実を暴くこと。お嬢はやがて後ろ宮エヴァを憎むだけの人生になり果てていく。
すでにそうだけど何か？
そういえばそうでしたっけ。
I'm not sure what Amakusa is trying to say. Probably something annoying, so I'm not interested. Jesus.
復讐なんてくだらん。そう言いたいんでしょ？
お嬢の人生はまだまだ何だってできる若さが。その貴重な若さを費やすには
余計なお世話よ。私ね、ほら見るから。
せっかく九死に一生。
あの時ね、私は死んだ。だから 私はもう亡霊って家族の仇を討つためにあの日の
やれやれ、お嬢は大した鉄。
あんたみたいな軽薄な男に私の気持ちなんてわからないわよ。
After that, Moxa was forced to shut his mouth. He shrugged, but Angie didn't see. Even so, Moxa spoke once more.
お嬢とこの旅を始めたお嬢は言いました。あの日、あの島で何があったか知りたい。
今だってそうよ。何か変わった？
今はこう言ってます。後ろ宮エヴァの罪を暴くため。
全く同じじゃない。
Nope.
まあそうですな。
私眠い。少し黙っててくれる？着いたら教えて。
了解です。
I wasn't particularly tired, really. I just said that because I didn't like talking about this.
ならないでください、少年兵には。
Angie, who decided to feign sleep, ignored him. But Moxa kept talking. I wanted to make sure she heard at least this much.
お嬢の旅は最初、それがだんだん復讐、真実を暴くことで。しかしお嬢も分かってる通り、何の跡形もの真実を暴くことは並大抵のことじゃないかもしれませんぜ。
I know what Moxa is trying to say. The police searched the scene so thoroughly just after the crime, and even they weren't able to find any physical evidence proving that Ishiramiya Eva was the culprit. And a full 12 years have passed since then. If the truth could be discovered by a girl like me, waving wads of cash around to pick up a bit of info from those who were somehow related to the incident, then someone would have exposed the truth long ago. I might not be able to reach that truth. If so, then my first desire, my desire to expose the truth, will probably fade away. After that, only my hatred for Ava will remain. Just like those child soldiers who forget their original purpose and just live to shoot. I'll forget my original purpose and live just to hate. I'll do nothing but despise Ishiramiya Eva, but my goal of exposing the truth for revenge will be gone. So hating Ishiramiya Eva will become my whole life. Is there any difference between shooting for revenge and shooting to live? When you pull the trigger, someone dies either way. What about my case? Is there any difference between hating Ava as I expose the truth and hating Ava after I've given up? There's no difference. In the end, whether I find the truth or not, I'll just keep on cursing Ava over and over until I die. What a crappy life. But now, that's all I have left. Ishiramiya Eva stole my family. Nope. So I'll take revenge by exposing her crimes and showing the world. My consciousness was slowly drifting away into sleep. Why is Oni-chan showing me such a bizarre Rokenjima? Is it supposed to be the truth? Enough with this farce. Why is even Oni-chan trying to hide the truth from me? I'm trying to find it so that I can avenge him and the others. Or would Oni-chan say the same thing as Amakusa? That revenge is meaningless, so I should stop. Is that why he's speaking in riddles? Trying to make everything more confusing? That's none of his business. I'm not just trying to take revenge for their sakes. I'm doing it for my sake, too. After all, it's the only reason I'm still alive. Taking revenge is my reason to live. I don't have a clue what Oni-chan is thinking. Uh-huh. Alright. Sure. Keep that attitude. We'll see where it gets you. Oh, poor Angie. Outside, the rain had started to pour down hard. However, inside the cousin room, it was loud and cheery. It could have been raining spears and no one would have paid any attention.
俺ダーンうわブラフじゃなかったか
The cousins were all bursting with energy, sitting in a circle on the bed.
バトラがでかく張るときは役なしのことが多いと思ってたんだがな。
そう思わせるためにここまで負けてきたんだぜ最後に勝つために負けを布石する男後ろ宮バトラ。おお、バトラすごい、バトラすごい。マリアまたコインなくなっちゃった
私のコインを分けてやるよ。一緒にバトラをぶっ潰そうぜ。
With just a deck of cards, the cousins could enjoy themselves for hours and hours. They were so engrossed that the occasional thunderbolt hardly even registered as static in the background.
そろそろお腹が空いたね。夕食はまだかな。
さあ、そろそろじゃないかな。今夜はゴーダさんたちずいぶん張り切ってたな。
ってことはずいぶんと期待できそうだぜ。俺の6年ぶりの再会を祝してかな。さっきシャノンに聞いたけど、ハロウィンパーティーがあるって言ってたよ。ホールで立食形式でやるそうだよ。すごいね。
ハロウィンパーティー、すごいすごいすごい。
お、はーい、どちら様？
Hello, Angie. There was a knock, the door opened, and Angie was there. She'd been sleeping in her parents' room.
おお、エンジェか。起きたか。
あのね、晩ご飯だからお屋敷行く準備しなさいって。ご飯だご飯だ。
Perhaps because she was the hungriest, Maria celebrated more vigorously than anyone else. She jumped up happily and hopped off the bed. As the others all clambered off the bed and started putting their shoes on, Kyrie and Rudolph came into view.
ほらガキども、飯だぞ。行く支度をしろい。
今日はなんだか素敵みたいよ。楽しみね。
マリア、ハロウィンパーティー。ハロウィンパーティー？マリアだけ知ってて。お母さん、ハロウィンパーティーって何？
さあ、言ってのお楽しみね。
みんな、か。そろそろ行くで。
皆様、ご案内いたします。マリア、こっちいらっしゃい。襟が変よ。
ああ、お腹空いちゃったわ。親族会議の一番の楽しみは食事よね。エンジェちゃんはお腹空いた？
Ava smiled at Angie.
着いた。
エンジェ、着きましたでしょ？
いい、そうよね。おばさんもお腹ペコペコよ。
よし、出発するぞ。表は風も強いみたいだからな。傘を飛ばされるなよ。
皆様、傘をお持ちください。
はい、エンジェちゃん、傘。
ありがとう、エバおばさん。
やっぱり女の子は可愛い。今度おばさんのお家にも遊びにいらっしゃい。約束よ。
エヴァおばさんってエンジェのことを気に入ってるんだ。うん。母さんは本当は娘が欲しかったらしい。
ああ、聞いた。小さい頃、私もずいぶん可愛がってもらった気がする。
うちのママは本当は男の子が良かったって言ってたよ。
Yeah, I believe it.
元気に生まれてきてくれれば性別なんてどうでもいいのよ。
Yeah, too bad your kid's not growing up happily, is she, Rosa?
マリアは大切な神様からの授かり物なんだから。
Sure, I believe you. Totally. When they got outside, the wind was fairly strong. Ava, who had really hit it off with Angie, offered to share an umbrella with the little girl. It was hard to tell what they were chatting so excitedly about, but they seemed to be getting along splendidly already. Badler opened his umbrella as he watched this. His little sister was cute when she clung to him. She was just as cute and adorable when looking up at someone else with a happy smile. The wind and rain were strong, but even this must have been the perfect spice to heighten the anticipation of the coming meal. Oh, we got decorations. Thanks to some festive decorations, the main hall had been remade into the scene of a Halloween party. The Astronomia family always took meals in the dining hall. This was the first time I'd ever seen a buffet-style party set up in the main hall.
Yo, バトラー。
Yo! I love it.
おおマリア久しぶりであるな。
ハッピーハロウィン。
お菓子はあるが今はやらぬぞ。食事の前であるからな。
ありがとうベアトリーチェさん。相変わらずお美しいわね。
ローザこそ子持ちとは思えんぞ。
お前耳が少し赤いぞ。
あの後ちょいと金蔵が珍しい酒を手に入れたというのでな。
食事の前のお菓子は自重するのに飲酒は自重しねえんだ。
失礼いたします。
Hey yo.
ベアトリーチェ様、親方様がお呼びでございます。
It's like Kinzo beckoning from over by the portrait.
やれやれ、セレモニーとは金蔵も形式にこだわる男よ。
例の黄金の返還式うんぬんってことなんだろう。後ろ宮家にとっては一つの大きな節目なんだ。付き合ってやれよ。
ちと寂しい気持ちもあるがな。
後ろ宮家顧問錬金術師であることはこれからも
であるな。ではちょっと行ってくる。後ほどな。源氏の話によると楽しみにしておれ。
用意したのはお前じゃないだろうが。
いちいち細かい男よ。では後ほどな。
お兄ちゃん、今日は何かあるの？
Unfortunately.
何か特別な日？
It looked as though even Ange had picked up on that much. She seemed to be getting tense for no reason.
後ろ宮家にとっては特だが、エンジェとは関係ないから気楽にしてていいんだぜ。
あ、そうだ。ねえねえお兄ちゃん聞いた？さっきエヴァおばさんからね、すごい秘密を聞いたの。マリアお姉ちゃんも知らない秘密。お姉ちゃんにだけ。
秘密ってなんだなんだ。
What is the thesis?
あのね、アーモンドが入ってたら当たりなんだって。
当たりってくじ引きか何かの話か？
とにかくアーモンドが当たりなの。
Angie puffed out her cheeks. Apparently she wanted to be praised for sharing this exciting secret. But just knowing that almonds win doesn't really explain much.
分かった分かった。大切な秘密を教えてくれてありがとう。
お兄ちゃん嫌い。せっかく秘密を教えてあげたのに。
Angie, your cheeks still puffed out. Head back to where Aunt Ava was. They really are getting along well. Well, I guess I have no problem if it's her aunt. If it was some guy from her class, I don't care if they're in elementary school. It's not happening. No playing with the opposite sex without Oni-chan's approval. At that moment, Genji-san's voice rang out. The chatter gradually subsided, and the rain outside once again became apparent.